Alrighty, so this is our middle C march. So on this particular one, we're going to practice our middle C. So if you go back one particular page where it gives you the grand staff where you have both the treble and the bass clef, the middle C again is going to be the one right in between both the treble and the bass, that kind of floating one. If you are not quite sure which note this is, kind of imagine that the only floating note that's kind of there at the moment, that's our middle C. So middle C is going to sound something like this. If you're playing on your piano, it should sound something like this. It should sound exactly the same. It shouldn't sound something up here or over here, or down here. On our previous songs, it didn't really matter that much where your C's were. But now, since we have our official grand staff, if it says to play middle C, we need to make sure that we are playing exactly this one and not any other C. So getting a little bit more specific on these. Okay, so learning middle C, what we're going to do is play our middle C. If you're not sure at all where middle C is, what you can do is start from the top. This very, very top note is our C. So practicing your intervals, coming down a full octave. It's also C, coming down C, coming down C, coming down C. So that's 5. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be kind of like the fifth one coming down from the top. If you're starting the other direction, this is your lowest C on the piano. The lowest note on the piano is A. Going up, B flat, B, and C, or I guess A sharp or B flat. This is our C. Going up, another C, another C, another C. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so on these ones, what they want us to do is just play middle C all the way through. That's all we're going to do is just play middle C. What they want us to do, however, is to play with different finger numbers. So you're going to start with 1. Remember to use your number 1, 1, 1, 1. And then what they want you to do is switch to number 2. So you're going to, instead of playing 1, now you're going to switch over. Use your number 2 now. 2. And then on the next one, you're going to use number 3. So using number 3, going over again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that whole thing, again, starting from middle C. Bum, bum, 1, 2, switching to number 2. Bum, bum, 1, 2, switching to number 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do now is add some dynamics. So notice we have piano. We're going to start soft, mezzo forte getting kind of a medium loud, and then forte getting nice and loud. So this one's soft. Bum, 1, 2, getting a medium loud, switching to number 2. 1, 2, and then nice and loud forte. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what we're going to do is switch to the left hand. We were playing with all of our right hand notes here, just middle C notes. Now what we're going to play is left hand. So switching over left hand, you're going to use your number 1. 1, 2, switching to number 2. 1, 2, switching to number 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so starting from the top, going through this whole thing, we're going to start right hand first. Switching to the left hand, make sure there isn't any pauses or gaps between that transition when you're transitioning to the left hand. So we want to make sure that we have that left hand ready. As soon as you're done with the whole note, that left hand is going to jump in right in on the next beat. So this one, again, right hand. Bum, bum, 1, 2. Switch to number 2. Bum, bum, 1, 2, nice and loud. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, 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 2, bum, 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 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so once you kind of got that down, what we're gonna do now is throw in some metronome. So I'm gonna get my handy metronome here. Let's see, where's my metronome? Metronome. Okay, and then we're gonna set this for, let's set it for bum, 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 maybe like 110. Let's do 110. So on the metronome, if you have a metronome, set it for 110. This is going to be per quarter note, so every click that you hear on the metronome is going to be a quarter note. Bum, bum, 2, bum, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So with the metronome again, starting right hand, you're going to give yourself a count in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll go ahead and start. Or you can do 1, 2, ready, go, and then go right on the next beat. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, bum, bum, 1, 2, loud. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, to left hand. 1, 2, bum, bum, 1, 2, loud, loud, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to play the teacher duet. So if you would like to play solo or play this on your own within a teacher accompaniment, I'm going to go ahead and start the teacher duet. It's going to be exactly the same beat, so this is going to be 110 per quarter note. This is going to be a little bit like this. So let's do 110. We're both gonna share the 110. It's exactly the same when we're doing duets. We're going to make sure that we have exactly the same time. We're both coming in on the same time. So it's gonna be 1, 2, ready, go, and then we'll go together. You're gonna play all the notes that you were practicing. I'm gonna play something that's gonna be a little bit different, but we're gonna hopefully be on the same time. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And that's it for this one. So middle C march, kind of just practicing that same note, but using different fingerings for this one.